Hello Eggy, so in this video I will be building Freckles' yard, and as you can see here I did already start off and I will be changing a few things here and there, so you guys will see the whole process. So as you can see here, I decided to try using the dirt path. I love how it looks in front of the silo, so I wanted to see how it would look in front of Freckles' yard. Also, please ignore the left side, which has the clothing line, the barrel, the mum cushion. Those were here during Toby's stay. I will be removing those items. So I did play around with fixing up Freckles' yard and thinking of an idea before this video, so that's why I still have them there, just to see if it would match Freckles' yard. So here I am removing most of the items, and this is when I decided that I wanted to make a library for Freckles. After turning the bookshelf, I love the location right behind the tree, so I wanted to keep it there. I also wanted to cover up this little space a little with the barrel and just add a book on top. On this side, I wanted to make a postal area for Freckles. I added a typewriter to make it look like a computer. I added, of course, a package, and I wanted to use these pile of gifts. I've always wanted to use these other than Christmas time, so I feel like I found the perfect way to make them work on the island, which is in a postal area. So I wanted to make these look more like packages for shipping. So I do end up pushing the desk a little further back to cover up the bottom portion of the pile of gifts. Of course, I wanted to add my favorite wooden stool. I wanted to make a little writing area for our villagers, but I don't end up keeping this desk here. You guys will find out later. I also wanted to add a little tree right next to the seating area. And then here is when I decided I did not like the dirt path. I just felt like it was a little too much because I did have part of the dirt path in the back near the silo. So I decided to try using these worn out bricks, and I absolutely love these. These are probably one of my newest favorite paths as of now, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Also, we have a visitor. I did time travel to a different day, and here we go. We have Robert. So here I decided to fix up the cliff right behind Freckles' yard. So here I decided to add a few mushroom paths, a few fall paths right on top of the cliff. Here's where I start decorating. I always wanted to use this block, so I actually love how it turned out. And here I just drop a few mushrooms. I also changed up the position of the block. I wanted it a little further back and I wanted the wooden bucket up front. Here I'm just changing up the paths. So the rest of my building clips disappeared. They were frozen. I couldn't get them back. So here are some of the other items that I did add to the build. I also wanted to add this envelope or postcard path right near the postal area, which makes a lot of sense. And I knew I wanted to add a stack of books. I did pick up the stack of books on top of the cliff and wanted to use that version here. Did not like how it looked right next to the wooden stool, so decided to remove it. And here I was just experimenting with putting down a little lunch bag. I was trying to put it right in front of the rocking chair, but as you can see, I failed, so I gave up on that idea. And then last but not least, I wanted to add a little lighting right near the desk, so when Freckles did some work at night, she can have some lighting. Alright, Eggies, here is the completed yard of Freckles, and let me start off where I am right now. As you saw in the video, I did change the path to this brick path. I love how worn out it looks. I love it for my fall cottage island. Here is the desk for the post office. I felt like this would be a great library slash post office area that Freckles can be running. I did put a pile of gifts in the back just to look like packages for shipping, and this cardboard box right here, as well as a typewriter for it to look sort of like a computer. I know technically I could have used a laptop or those desktops, but I love the vintage look of the typewriter. I wanted to add a mushroom lamp, some sort of light for Freckles in case it gets dark like this, but definitely leaving it off because, yeah, green. So leaving it. And then I did want to incorporate a couple of the new 1.11 items. So here we have the spooky basket. I love how cute it looks. I also remembered I had an envelope path right here, so I definitely wanted to add that near her post office. And then I just made a little seating area. As you saw, I did try to put the books closer here to her desk, but I felt like it was too similar in height with the stool, so I did just put it on this side. I just put some other random items such as the rocking horse and a watering can on top of a barrel. On this side, I was not planning on keeping this. If you remember, this was Toby's yard before, and this was a picnic area. So what I did was change the design of the blanket, and that's it. I actually left it here for a few weeks and ended up really liking it, so I decided to keep it for Freckles' yard. And this book right here, since we do also have a library, I also wanted to add this scale, this Libra scale. I felt like it matches the postal office vibe, and this cart right here, and this little cozy area here for Freckles to do some of her crafting or her knitting work, and drink some boba here when she needs a break. So this is sort of her break area. And right here next to the library, I did add this trash bag, and I love this yellow trash bag. I've never used this version before, and I'm definitely gonna start using it more, and it matches Freckles' yellow house. Back here, I changed up the cliff just a little bit, so I wanted to add sort of a wood cottage area, so I decided to use firewood and this basket right here. And this area up here, I felt like it would be a great area for someone to write a letter, you know, near the beach. So this is actually the campsite sign. I did flip it around. I love how it looks facing the other way. And then I just put this barrel right here and this pumpkin start on top of a box. And that is a Freckles yard. I actually love how it turned out. So, explanation on why you didn't see a good amount of this build is because my recording actually froze on me. So I lost a good amount of the building. But if you do want to watch the live build of the majority of this, I did do a Twitch stream on it. Otherwise, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it inspirational. I hope you got some inspiration from it and used some of the ideas on your island, and I will see you guys on my next video. Goodbye, Eggies.